They love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got...
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to Chile. And we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the split. Watch the split. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Out. And ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Hey, team 6.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go, set, 10 logos. Hey, exit. Hey, check it.
On 1st down, Herbert. This one complete to Nicole Hardman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey. Here we go. Switch.
Off play action. Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. He'll look to throw. Washington's got it. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
61, matchbox lights. Roll out.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, lock it. Let's get it. Now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll look to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick second. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
60 Pittsburgh.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
10-2 saw. Hey, Orbit. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Go! 50, plant.
I'm coming!
Hey, Alpha.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go. Hey, 1 set. Check Mike, 54.
To throw on 2nd down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ricky. Sponge. No. Let go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
54, right there. 54 Mike. We don't want this.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 34. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
60-yard. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Undercrush. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Hey, echo.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Under 10, 36.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 11. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch that end, tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down, check. 4 down. Alert flare. Check 4.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
Ready, break.
Tight end right. Hey, 4 down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, watch that. 6-6. Pull it high. 54. Here it comes.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Will Fuller was the intended target. But now it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Herbert, he finds his target, Fuller. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set. 60 outlaw.
You're trapped. You're trapped.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Set, ready? 60 or.
27-yard line.
I got him. Snap.
They'll try the left side. Slade. They find some open field here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, 50, plant, bravo.
Hey, that's good. Mike 42.
2nd and 9 now. And he will find his man on the outside. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6. and taken down at the 21. Chris Jones coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime. Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? They'll run on 1st down. Slade. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready. 18 Gator. Bud. Now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert completes it to Hardman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, 54, right.
On 1st and 10, Herbert, check down to Breida. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And some room to work. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 22 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone knows to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Finding Hardman here over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 saw. Hey, Delta.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking left side, and it's complete. And the ball is knocked out. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Steelers 9-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 25, check 22.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Herbert, and that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Christian, Travis.
Check. Shift. He's coming.
Recon, 132 fighter. Take over.
They run forward, Breida, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 50.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
54. Watch 54. Tighten up. Pull it together. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Check 61. Matchbox lights.
Mike's by 4.
Go.
That's going to be a long day. Right there, 54.
Ready.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. From a yard out. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Look at me. Door. Hey, exit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete to Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready to break.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the whip. Shift. Watch the shift. Check. Check high route. High.
Snap.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 13. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
On the double.
Back six. All day, dog. Check three. Slam. Tight dog.
Let go.
On 1st down, Slade. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Topper! Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I got him! Watch out. Switch! Go,
They'll run on first down. Slade, and he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch out. Check.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Jet!
Now it's Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go! Now!
They run again with Breida. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on, set! 15 line. 15 line. Yo, go!
Off play action. Herbert. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Even. 4 down. Even. Hey, Orbit. Shoot.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, Neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This is Breida. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because